just gave me a great transition. The picture
I love
analogies
it.
did it for me, right? Because I'm a visual person. I need to see it. And I saw that little conveyor belt staring at me a minute ago, right? And I think one of the things is we live in a stage of, we're gonna get into it, that denial.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she's
I
jumping
know.
ahead. She's
I
jumping
mean,
ahead.
she's breaking it down, and
Yeah,
I'm
she's breaking
loving
down.
it.
So acceptance. That's really the underlying tone that I just heard a minute ago. The concept of acceptance. Just claim where you at. It's okay. It's okay to be not okay, but it's not okay not to stay not okay, right? It's okay.
Right.
It's all right not to be okay. We can't be great every day. I noticed when I was reading your bio at age 25, you were married. And then that came with 4 kids,
Yes.
right? And they were close in age.
Oh, yes.
And I'm going to transition to Michelle after. They were close in age.
Yes.
And they were from 1 to 6.
Yes.
Your life changed drastically,
It did.
right? There's a lot of single mothers listening to us right now, and there's a lot of married women that have children, young children, especially in this day and age, just listening to us right now. And the past 2 years, they had to be super mom, teacher, right? I always give it to the ladies because I don't have yacht strength. They had to be super mom, teacher,
Counselor.
wife, great sex partner. They had
Counselor.
to
Don't
counselor.
forget that.
Like, they had a lot of hats.
Yep,
Right?
chef.
And they had to wear a lot of hats.
Look, chef,
lunch lady,
all
yeah,
of the above.
janitor, right?
Yeah.
Principal.
Mm-hmm.
The past few years, women has had to wear a lot more hats than traditionally, right?
Right.
As a mother of 4, how does that play on the mental and grief level of a person when these drastic changes happen? And if there's any advice you can infuse with your response, I'll take it, because I'm going to go right to Diamond next, because this is something that she also has faced and is still facing on an everyday basis. So, I like to hear from the women, because you guys deal with this on a higher level than men, unfortunately. This is a stat that impacts you guys more, but it does bring a high level of anxiety, stress, grief, sadness, miscomprehension, lack of communication and understand. I know all of the things that come, but a lot of men don't speak like me, unfortunately. A lot of men don't try to rationale or understand like me. So for those women that live in those households, what say you?
So I know as a mom and married with all my children under 6 years of age by 25, I felt alone. And one of the reasons I felt alone is because
Jesus.
you want to do better for your kids and you want to do good for your children, but people are always looking down on you. I mean, you have 4 kids, what you doing with all them kids? You already have them. What you want me to do with them?
Yeah.
That was my perception.
Wow.
But I was able to pretend, I'm going to say, keeping it real. I was able to pretend in front of my children that I was doing okay because I had to keep it together for them. And there were a lot of things that were going on in the background. I didn't tell them until they were older.
You were internalizing everything.
Exactly.
Look
And
at
I
you
think
relating.
it's always good when women can have a support place to go to. And I feel like women should always find time for self-care. Always. Your bathroom time shouldn't be interrupted. This is my time. You should be able to find 5 minutes here, even if you have to wake up a little bit early. It might be a little bit of a struggle because you're going to bed late, because of all the responsibilities you have. But some self-care is important, and having someone to talk to, someone you can trust to talk to, because every friend is not really a friend. So you have to have a support system. And one of the things I want single moms to be very mindful of, and even the mothers that are married, don't let the conversation be about breaking other people down. Don't let the conversation be about don't let the conversation be about tearing people down. Even if you have to express your anger or frustration,
Right.
make sure you bring it really fast back to
Correct.
something positive, because if not, again, it's like that conveyor belt. The more you talk about it, the more it's going to come around, the more you have to deal with it.
Right.
The more you acknowledge it and let it go, the longer it's going to come back, but the longer it's going to take to come back.
I concur with everything that you're saying, and I can't even add anything to it because you laid out everything exactly as how I was feeling,